Alright, tubes. Well, as you all know, this is the Briggs 1945 Briggs Model WI, and it's of course all finished. Nothing left to do on that. Of course, you guys have already seen it run, so no questions about that. So we got a surprise. We're all finished with this engine. That means we got to get something else to work on. Got to stay busy. So I got a surprise for you. Count of 3. 1. Oh, hold on. We're caught on the vise. That wasn't supposed to happen. Oh well. Adds to the suspense. Alright, count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Woohoo! It's a Maytag, that's right. Road King said it himself. He said I'm worthy of a Maytag. Didn't take me too long to find one to work on. It's a Maytag 72. Don't know the year on it. I'll have to see if I can look at the serial number and figure that out. Maytag 72D. It's a model. Let's see if I can zoom in here. Maytag 72D. You can read that, right? Right. And got all the parts with it. Fortunately, well, I guess fortunately, somebody's already done some of the work for me. The gas tank and the kickstarter and all that has already been taken off, so that'll make it a little easier. Gas tank, the original cover actually has a crack in it. You can see that right here. It's pretty big, pretty substantial crack. It looks like somebody tried to looks like they tried to braze it or something to repair it. Maybe that was another crack, and this is a different one that has since opened up. But either way, Road King, 805 Road King was kind enough to supply me with a replacement one free of charge. So that'll make it a little easier for me instead of trying to find one of those. It's got this. What's this? This is the cover for the belt, the safety cover. It looks like it's a little bent out of shape, but we'll probably be able to repair that because I don't see too many engines with these on them. I mean, I've seen them before, but the majority of the engines I've seen have been missing them. So that'll add a nice, complement the feature a little bit. And then here's your Maytag. Your Maytag logo on the starter cover, kickstarter cover. So that's it. I think what we're gonna do is I'm ready to start working on this, so I'm gonna go get some tools, get my work area set up, and then we'll set you up on the tripod and get ready to go. Stand by. Alrighty, tubes, we're all ready to get started here. Got a little hardware box here, just so any parts I take off I can put in there so I don't lose. Because that's definitely, with these old engines, some of the parts you can still get. You can get a lot of the parts, but some of the things a little harder to get and might be a little more expensive, and besides, that's just a hassle trying to get parts, and you don't want to have to worry about that. So first thing we're going to do is take the flywheel off. So it's actually already loose, and so I'll just show you here. Here's a little tip for taking these flywheels off, because sometimes, oops, they can be a little tricky to get off. All right, so 805 Road King taught me this. Especially when the pulley's on here, sometimes you can try and tap on it, you won't be able to get it off. So all you gotta do is take a hammer and hit on it as hard as you can. What happens is it'll snaps the crank off. See right here is the part we snapped off, and then it comes right off. I'm just kidding with you, tubes. Don't ever do that. But that's what Road King did by accident. He was trying to help me out. He meant well, and he had the nut on here. He was tapping on it to try and pull the flywheel off, and what ended up happening is it snapped. But that was because this isn't the magic hammer. He uses a magic hammer, so he just wasn't used to my tools. But anyway, this will come right off. Here's our flywheel. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. I can't see anywhere where it's bent, I don't think. I'll have to look at it more carefully, but the flywheel seems to be okay. The magnets, they're a little bit weak. They could be stronger. Actually, this one's pretty strong, but they'll be fine. So put that in our hardware box. That's done. So next, we've got, here's the keyway. So we got to pull that out. Let me zoom you in. I forgot my handy dandy remote, so you have to bear with me here. That's pretty good. So we have this little key, and then this little washer here that has to come off. So first, the key should come out fairly easily, I hope. Yeah, look at that. That came out real easily. I think somebody's had that out before. That came out too easy. Goes in our little box, and then this is our, I think they call this a thrust washer. A shim or a thrust washer, something like that. So that will save. I think those are made of copper. And now, zooming back out, we can take this whole backing plate off. Get that out of our way. It's fairly clean in here. These wires are a little, actually they're dirty, but they're in good shape. Points, they're a little corroded, but they're okay. We'll have to check this capacitor, make sure that's alright. So, get you on the right side here. Get this backing plate off. It's just one screw. Not hard to do. So far, I'm having good luck. Everything's pretty loose. And the other thing, this engine is not seized up. It'll turn over. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm not going to take the whole thing apart. I'm actually going to take it down to the heads, take the heads off so I can hone the cylinders. But other than that, I think we're going to leave it at that. So don't have to do any work that isn't you know, unnecessary work. That's never good. You know, we have to take our cam out here. There we go. There's the cam. It comes off. And now, pretty sure this should slide right off. Just needs a little persuasion. So, we have this off enough. I think I can get a screwdriver in here. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. Here we go, now it's coming off. If anybody knows of a better way to do this, and there probably is, please let me know. I appreciate it very much. Got a few spare bolts here. Get them out of the way. Put them all in the box before we lose them. Everything's all going to get cleaned up, so I'm not worried about taking every little last bolt off. Actually, we want to do that. This thing should, there we go. Coming now. Tell you what, it wants to come off. It really does. There we go. Alright, that's that. You can tell we probably should have lubricated that a little bit, but that's alright. It's only our first Maytag. Can't be perfect, so put that in the box. Everything, hopefully everything's okay here. If anything, I might have to replace the capacitor, like I said. But that's no big deal. Nothing we can't handle. I'd like to try and take this clutch off here, but I'm not real sure how to do that. I know how to do it, but I don't know how to do it. I think I need a thinner screwdriver to get in here. So in the meantime, let's take this carburetor here, get that off. This top, just not a carburetor, but a mixer. That's what it's called. Unscrew the top. Put that in our box. Actually, you know what I think I'll do is I'm going to take the whole thing off and put it all together in the box. But anyway, to get that off, it's just a, zoom me in here so you kind of know what I'm doing. Just an Allen key. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Yeah, not too tight. See if we can get in here this way. Yep. This thing might be in here pretty tight. We might need to get some air coil to help get this out of here. I think we might be getting a little far along on time too. It's loose, but I think it'll need a little help getting out. And by Mrs. Dirtbike's here.